Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Before we get to our first guest, can we go to Mike? Just real quick, I just want to see if he knows the name of that town. If he doesn't, he's going to have to stay out there. It looks like he's jumping up and down.
I'm dancing on. It's fun, buddy.
Which is a trick. Okay,
you're always dancing.
Real quick, Mike, what's the name of the town?
Kauai, Hawaii. Oh, wait.
Oh, all right. We'll come back later.
No, Kauai.
Yeah, we'll talk to you in 10 minutes. Just jump up and down. Thank you.
The trick Kauai.
Thanks, Mike. All right, our first guest.
Oh, my Jesus. Oh, my Jesus.
There's something evil going on.
Oh, my God.
Our first guest usually comes here in a T-shirt. Look at him now, man. But we found out, I thought it was just for the show. No, he's going to Jake Laser's party. That's why he's dressed up. Not for the Artie Lange Show. But this guy knows what he's talking about. Trevor Pryce is here.
Hello, sir.
To talk some football.
And other things.
So what's up, man? So this is exciting. Your ex-team is in this?
My ex-team, yeah.
Yeah, so does that give you any... Well, first of all, what do you think is going to happen with the best offense, best defense? Peyton, I mean, do you think Peyton can beat these guys?
He's a defensive guy.
He can and he will. Here's what I think is going to happen,
so
I'm picking Denver. And I'm picking Denver by 14.
Jeez.
Wow. Well, you see, that's a good thing. A lot of people are saying this. I think that could really be the case. If Peyton figures this out, he could blow it out.
Because I said John and I play football, right? And I'm gonna have football. Every time I come here, I got to speak like football to John. So me and John play together.
It's like in The Godfather. I'm going to speak football to John.
I'm going to speak football to John. All right. The Seahawks defense, right? Very simple. It's basically a high school defense. And they say, the Seahawks say, listen, our guys are better than your guys.
Right.
So basically,
you know what we're playing.
You know what we're doing.
Right.
I mean, it's like kind of like, here, I'm going to run this car through your house. Stop it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really, at the end of the day, that's kind of what it is.
Well,
am I correct?
They're going to run some man with two safeties over the top. They're going to run some 3 deep. They're going to run some 2 deep.
And that's it. Stop. That's it. That's
it. Well, and then any combination.
They don't even combine, but they don't do that.
Well, no, because one side they'll go man with Richard Sherman and then play
zone on.
And that's what's great about this. They're saying to the greatest gunslinger in the game, like, try to shoot us. Like, I mean, you got Peyton Manning. Yeah.
If you can shoot the target,
right,
you will win.
And you're betting on Peyton Manning. And I don't think that's
I'm betting on him hitting the target.
Right.
It's not.
Here's the thing, and dude, I feel you. I know where you're.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Exactly what you're saying. But
I'd like to see
Jeff Fisher's teams when he was with the Titans.
Right.
They would go out there and get real simple and run 2 deep and 3 deep with wide safeties.
And get run out the other side of the stadium.
No, it gave Peyton some problems at times.
At times.
Yeah, and I think, and then you saw the Patriots. They tried to go like basically 2 deep the whole game,
right? And he ate them up.
They lost.
Okay, so let's.
I think they're going to mix it up a little bit.
No, I don't think they're going to do it much. No, I look at the game of football now that I'm out of it, and I watch the violence of it, and I watch how it's played.
Yeah,
and I say, first of all, I can't do that anymore. It's really weird that I lasted as long as I did.
That is weird. You're a mutant. That's
right.
why.
I'm part superhero.
Do you feel lucky that you got out of it with other guys really,
you can still run around and play tennis and play soccer and do all this stuff. It's amazing.
Mentally, too.
Emotionally, no. Mentally, I'm fine. But getting back to the games, like when I watch Seattle play and I say to myself, if your guys are better than our guys, like I had an old coach who used to say, hey, look, they were better than us, God bless you.
Right.
You're just better than us.
Right.
And I think Seattle thinks that about themselves. They're about to run into the one team that's better than them.
That's okay. And you know what?
That's what I say.
And the thing is, we just don't know because we haven't seen these teams play except in the preseason. But when I look at that Peyton Manning offense, of course, it just looks so efficient and so nailed down and buttoned up. But when I watch the Seattle defense, it's the same thing. It's another level of speed at the second level, linebacker wise,
right?
And getting upfield with those defensive ends,
right?
And they just get after guys faster and swarm to the ball.
You know what they remind me of? They remind me of. Let me tell you a story. So when Peyton Manning was with Indianapolis, when I was with Denver, one year we go up there to play them, and this is when Peyton was starting to figure out what he was, right? He was about to get on that tear where he won MVP. So anyway, our defensive coordinator said, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to show Peyton Manning one thing, and then we're going to, when he starts audibling it, we're going to check out of it and show him something else.
Right.
So he'd say, "Oh, I got you, bitch," or sorry. He said, "I got you."
Yeah.
And what we do, we go back to the original thing that we had before, and he was completely confused.
Yeah.
He was running plays into the teeth of the defense.
Yeah.
He was running plays into free guys. He had no idea. He was looking around like we beat them 45-14 that day.
Wow.
Oh, man.
We played them 2 weeks later in the playoffs, and know what he was doing? As soon as he caught a play, no matter what we were doing, the play was running, and
He
that's when
adjusted
he became
to what you were doing.
and he became what he is now because of the beating we gave him in 2005.
And do you think that's
Has
a
he
difference?
seen it all at this point?
At this point, he's seen it all, but at that point, he had never seen that.
Right.
He had never seen a team check from one defense to another he never seen a team check to what he was doing and then say, screw it, we're going to check out of it and go back to what we originally had.
But what the Seahawks
completely messed them up.
And what the Seahawks are saying is, look, we don't care if you know what we got.
That's
you know?
exactly what it said.
I mean,
Our
that
guys-
really is a cocky thing to do
Our
with Peyton
guys,
Manning.
listen, we have a car. We're going to drive it through your front door.
Yeah.
Stop the car before it gets there.
Yeah, but
Here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
to say that to Peyton Manning, that really is.
He will stop the
Well,
car.
listen,
makes
it's not just Peyton though. Those receivers have to get off the line of scrimmage, and
Right.
that's easier said than done
Oh, yeah?
when you're going up against the best press coverage secondary in
Right.
the league. We don't know if they can do that. Like
you know what I
in the
would love
first
to have?
5 minutes of this game.
We'll know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll know. I say
think so?
we'll know if
5
those
minutes.
if those
5 minutes.
receivers show that they can get off.
In the
First
first
of all,
12
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if Denver when they talked to Bobby Wagner and they asked about the crossing routes against
So
man,
we're gonna hit 'em.
He said they're not going to try it against us because they try to run those crossing routes. We will
knock you out.
destroy
Hey,
them.
we will
let
knock
me
you
ask
out.
you this. I think because I think the '86 Giants might have done this with the Bills. I forget, but what do you think if the Seahawks win the coin toss and say give it to Denver? You think that's psychologically something they should do, or that's
No,
dumb?
you know it doesn't.
That's just
even
dumb.
care. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because they're going to get the ball anyway. Because I've never understood when we had Rex Ryan, he would always say, "We always defer. We always defer. We're going to put our defense out there first because our offense stunk."
Yeah.
Quite honestly, we had
Well, that
to.
makes sense.
We had to. It's like we're going to put the best foot forward.
Yeah.
Right, but I
That
tell you, if
makes
the
sense.
Seahawks give it to them first and come up with he's 3 and out, then I mean,
Oh, my gosh.
you got a psychological.
John played offense. So every coach would have what the first 15 plays.
Yeah.
We were knowing 15 plays on both sides of the ball. We were knowing 15 plays. Whoever gets the ball first, what this game's going to wind up being. 15 plays.
Well,
I get a good feel for it.
I would say in like John said, the first 6 minutes of the game, we'll know who's going to win. I wish. You know what I wish? I wish I had both their game plans and I could study them and say this one is better than this one. You know what I mean?
Bill
I just
Walsh was
think-
famous for having like the first 25.
No, he did
plays,
the
right?
first 15. And,
First
and
15,
so
everybody
all
does
of
it.
the West Coast coaches
Offense was
do
the
the first 15.
15.
You know, it'll be 16 some weeks or 14 other weeks. But what is that?
Can anyone else say I hear that too? I'm getting something in my headsets. We gotta
That's
take
why I'm
we
not
gotta take a
wearing
break.
headsets.
We gotta take a break for a second. That might be.
I
want to
talk about something else when we get back.
It might
About
be a
that.
tie. Might be a tie.
It's loud.
We're gonna fix
Very
this.
funny.
The Artie Lange. Just say it, give it a shot.
Kauai, Hawaii, baby.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll get back to you. That's wrong. We'll get back.
Oh, wait.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. We're back with
It
Trevor
is
Pryce.
freezing outside.
Hey, look at this. This is a banana
cold.
food.
It
Yeah.
is so cold, Holmes.
Mike's trying to talk still out there.
Oh my God.
Pretty good.
Chill out, man.
Little rum in there?
You know what? Yeah, if I was back in the old days, a little rum drop in here. That tastes amazing.
Thank you.
God. So
Here's the thing that I want to ask Trevor.
go ahead, Trevor. You
Ask
We're
me,
talking
please.
we're talking about sizing these teams up in the first few minutes of the game. That when Seattle has the ball and they run inside zone with Marshawn Lynch and they're double teaming Terrence Knighton,
Pot roast?
who's at the 1. Yeah.
Oh, Pot Roast's real name is Terrence Knight. That's
Knighton.
Terrence
That's his
Knighton.
name. That's his name,
I don't
yeah.
know. I saw Pot Roast finally.
Yeah.
I
He's-
felt bad.
Don't feel bad.
I don't know. I
He's
feel
a
bad
great
that
football
people
player.
like you ridicule him.
I don't ridicule him. I say he's amazing. I love the guy. I think he's a great player.
All right,
That's
fine.
very funny.
No, don't feel bad for him.
I feel that's a racist name you've given him.
Oh, my
I didn't
Jesus.
give it to
He didn't
him.
give him the name.
His teammates gave it to him when he was
Well, then
younger
who's it?
in
Richie
Jacksonville.
Incognito's over there for crying out loud?
Oh, very good, RT.
All right, go
RT.
ahead. You guys talk.
Okay, so
This
Terrence
banana
Knighton,
smoothie's unbelievable.
when you're running the inside zone, you're double teaming the one technique with
Right.
your center and your guard.
Right.
And I feel like if they can move Terrence Knighton like they did Glenn Dorsey in the NFC Championship,
Right.
that Seattle will win this game. I mean, I don't want to oversimplify it, but I feel like that's their bread and butter, the inside
that
zone.
is fine, but the difference. Okay, so the reason I love tennis, Artie.
Yeah.
The reason I love tennis, and I'm gonna see get where you're going with this. The reason I love tennis. Tennis is the last gladiator sport because in tennis.
is?
It is, and I'm going to explain to you why. We're going to play to either one of us wins or one of us quits.
Okay.
There is no time, right? So we're going to play to basic.
No time. Well,
There's no time.
Baseball's like that too, but it's not as like.
But it's an inning.
Okay.
In the ninth inning, there is no time. We're going to play however long it takes.
right.
We're
If
gonna
they
play
keep
together.
volleying, there's no
They
end.
keep volleying.
Okay,
We'll be
all
here
right.
Yeah.
4 days. Okay.
Right.
So the reason I love that. Now, in football, there is time, right? So Seattle taking their time to move pot roast out of the way for 4 yards, 4 yards to play, is not going to keep up with Peyton Manning scoring in 4 plays. That's Seattle's problem. Can they score against Denver? Yes. Can they score enough in 60 minutes to win the game? No. Enough times in 60 minutes to win the game.
See, I don't think enough
They just
people.
have to keep
I
up-
don't think enough
keeping
people
up,
are.
people
What
have
about-
to keep up with Denver.
Here's the
you
thing,
can't
though.
keep up with
If
them.
that defense baits Peyton into throwing a pick that gets returned for a touchdown, into throwing a pick that gets returned into plus side of the field, I mean then they do have
Right.
time to move, try to move.
I
Terrence.
just don't think that happens. Even if it does happen,
Even
the
though
problem you have to keep up with them. And I've played against enough Peyton Manning-led teams to know it is you can stop them. Just can't stop them enough times to win the game.
Yeah.
It is so difficult playing defense against that
See, I
guy.
don't think enough people have this stance that Trevor has because they want to say it's going to be a great game and everything. I think it's very easy to believe that Manning could pick them apart.
they have
you know?
played that Broncos team has played incredible, especially the postseason. I mean, they made some mistakes in the divisional round where that could have been a blowout.
That could have been a absolute shellacking.
Yeah.
And they looked so good against the Patriots, both sides of the ball. They've been playing really well, and Seattle has not been playing that great. You know, their offense has really been sputtering end of the season and at times in the playoffs. I mean, if you're talking about the hotter team, I think the Broncos are your hot team.
Again,
Led by maybe the best quarterback to play.
if you want to go toe to toe with them, you will not stop them from scoring 28 points. Seattle cannot score 28 points.
Yeah, you look at the scores of their games. It's like 23, 24.
They cannot score 28 points. Denver will score 28.
Yeah.
But their defense can score.
Denver will. So their defense has to score.
Yeah.
Denver is going to score 28.
Or their special
Seattle
teams can score. Because now you got
Seattle.
Percy Harvin returning
Yes,
punts.
I get it.
You
John,
got Percy Harvin returning kickoffs.
but listen, they cannot score 28
Well,
points.
okay, they couldn't score 28 points without Percy Harvin.
They can't
now,
score, they can't score 28
you bring
points with
Percy
me and
Harvin
Artie.
in, and not just in a part-time role. Percy
The
Harvin
full-time.
is good enough where he's out there the whole game, every play.
If they win, he will be the MVP. He will have done something because he hasn't played in a long time. And I can tell you as a guy that sat out half a season once,
Right.
when I come back, I am 2 steps faster than everybody else in the field.
This is what's amazing
And imagine
about
if you're Percy Harvin
Yeah, that's true.
with that advantage.
With that advantage.
My goodness.
This is
That
what's
could-
amazing
wow.
about football and people's legacy. Say Peyton's down by 2 points in the last few seconds of the game, and it's whatever. It's 27-26, 27-25. He drives down with 2 seconds left to the 25-yard line, and the Broncos miss a 42-yard field goal by 3 inches.
Right.
Is what does that do to Peyton Manning? Is he
drives
the
him to
best
drink.
with 3 inches this way? Is he the best of all time, or is he in the top 5?
Yeah, he's in the top 5.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I mean.
correct. No,
They put
and again,
so much emphasis.
The reason I love tennis and boxing is just me. It is just me. And I think it's very unfair to say to any quarterback or even any position in football, say, hey, you are one of the best of all time. No, I was on the best team of all time.
Right.
That's the difference. Peyton Manning does not get to the seat. He does not become. I mean, he's very good, absolutely. But imagine if me, you, and John were his wide receivers. Well, how does that work out for
He'd
him?
be working at a car wash.
He'd be working in a car wash. You see what I mean?
Gotta take a break. Mike, real quick, can you pronounce it? I'll give you one more chance.
Kauai, Hawaii.
All right, come on in, Mike. We're gonna have a lawsuit for bronchial asthma. All right, we're gonna take a break. Come back, finish this up, and Rocco's cooking up a storm. This banana smoothie is fantastic. Trevor's, of course, he's all dressed up. He's got to get to the big.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to the big shindig.
Jay Glazer, big deal. Trevor Pryce, nice enough to stick around.
Yeah.
Jay Glazer's gonna have to wait. Now, how many parties have you gone to this week?
I've gone to 4.
You party it up?
I'm going to 4. Yeah. You know, can we talk about the New York Super Bowl thing for a second?
You like it?
But okay,
We're having the same problem with them.
Here.
New York is handling the Super Bowl pretty easily.
Right.
It's almost like, you know, like my nephews do this thing where like they punch each other.
Yeah.
And they go, yeah, I eat those. New York is eating the Super Bowl, right? Because it's like you go to Super Bowl in like Atlanta or Dallas or San Diego, everybody wants to get into the same 4 parties.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
New York can handle that. It's like
New York, we can handle that. You know what I mean? So I think from a logistical standpoint, as far as fans and whatnot,
right.
Best city we've ever had.
No, you're right. I'll tell you what, you're right about that.
I'm telling you.
A lot of people are worried, and you don't even notice it.
Don't even notice it. They're eating it up. Like, I have a driver for 3 days. So I think I can get a cab. I ain't get a cab. There's cabs everywhere.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about cabs.
New York is eating the Super Bowl. It's kind of like if you blink, if you don't go to Times Square, you don't know what's here.
I got to tell you, man, the hookers, too. You can get a hooker very easily. The cabs aren't a problem.
I love this thing going on. Whatever this is. Yeah. Whatever this is, I'm not sure I like it.
You look like Greg Louganis.
That was absolutely awful, Artie. That was terrible. Well, okay, so like I was saying,
because he has blue balls.
So you're right. So I've been to all these parties,
right?
And you can get in them. There's no craziness at the front door. There's no, I mean,
yeah.
And if you don't get in that one, guess what? There is a bar across the street that is filled with people.
People on the Upper East Side on first day of a 92nd don't even know the Super Bowl's here.
They don't even know it's here.
You're right.
New York is eating the Super Bowl, and for that reason, I don't think they'll bring it back.
Why?
Because they like to be the only game in town. We went to New Orleans last year. I was at the Super Bowl for the weekend.
Yeah, crazy.
New Orleans was like, please get these people out of there. New York's like, we deal with this on a day-to-day basis. This is not a big deal to us.
Well, Indianapolis.
So I love that.
Indianapolis 2 years ago.
They said it was out of control.
It was. It was like everywhere was the Super Bowl. Because those cities need it so bad. They're like, you want our mayor to make out with our mayor will make out with a bear.
With a jackass. With a real donkey.
They'll do whatever you want.
but here, if you don't go to Midtown and see the Super Bowl stuff, no clue.
Right.
No clue.
Like, our mayor will make out with Refrigerator Perry if you want.
Please. If you want to bring him to San Antonio, he'll do whatever. Like here is like, it is taking it and like not even blinking. You know what I mean?
So which
makes it good to me.
That's a good point that a lot of people haven't made. No one's really made it. And I agree with you. So what do you think? 38-24, 38?
I'm saying 14.
21,
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm saying 38-24 somewhere.
Okay.
It's going to be a good game until kickoff. It's going to become a bad game.
All right, Trevor, thanks, man.
Game.
Thank you very much.
Artie, anytime.
Yes, and the Great Rocco to Spirito when we come back.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.